Okay, we continue with standard costing and variance analysis. Okay, now is principles of standard costing system. Okay, for the first step, we have to set up standard cost card for each of the products. So prepare standard cost card for each of the products. So this is what we discussed from the previous video. Okay, for each product, one product we have one cost card. So this is example standard cost card. So this is the first step. Okay. Okay. First, we have to record all the costs for one unit of product. So what is the product here? Is product cantik. So the quantity is 1 unit. So as usual, we record the direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, and fixed overhead. All the costs incurred to produce product cantik. Okay, and then the next step. Okay, the next step is record the actual cost and actual output. So this is the second step. Okay, record the actual cost. So at the end of the period, when you produce the product, you record your actual output. This is actual output. 1,000 units is your actual output. So how much the cost to produce 1,000 units? The cost of metal double A 10,005, double B 5,009, labor grade 1 31,000, grade 2 14,800, variable overhead 24,500, and fixed overhead 4,200. So this is the second step. Okay. So the next one, number 3. Okay, calculate standard cost of actual output. So standard cost of actual output. So this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. Okay, standard cost of actual output. So how many units of actual output? Refer to actual. Okay, the actual output is 1,000 units. So you have to record your standard cost at actual units sama dengan actual cost kat sini 1,000. Okay, so if we refer to double A, 1 kg 10 ringgit, so you need 10 ringgit per unit. So if you produce 1,000, so 10 ringgit times 1,000, you get 10,000 ringgit. Same goes to B. Okay, B 6 ringgit per unit, so times 1,000 get 6,000. Same goes to labor. Okay, 30 ringgit times 1, 30,000. Okay, grade 2 labor 14,000. Okay, variable overhead 25 per unit times 1,000, 25,000. Same goes to overhead 4,000. So this is based on actual output. So this what we call it flexible budget. Okay, the budget is flexible, depends on the units produced, the actual unit produced. So if your unit of output produced is 5,000, so here is also 5,000. Calculate the cost for 5,000. So the cost here could be flexible. The budget here could be flexible. It depends on the actual units. So you refer to the actual unit. So that's why we call it flexible budget. Okay, flexible budget. Okay, and then number 4. Okay, compare actual cost with the standard cost of actual output or production. So this is step number 4. Okay, this is step number 4. We compare actual cost and standard cost at actual output. So if you refer here 10,500 minus 10,000, we get 500. Okay, so what is A? A means adverse. Okay, or sometimes when we can put unfavorable. Okay, unfavorable, UF. So what is the meaning unfavorable? Okay, if for the cost, that means actual cost is more than standard cost. So if we refer here actual cost 10,005, Okay, standard cost is 10,000. So 500 difference. So the difference that we call it variance. Okay, variance means difference. So this is adverse. It's not good to the company because you overspend. Okay, so now we move to double B. Double B, the actual cost is 5,900. Okay, standard cost is 6,000. So that means this is different by 100. It's F. F means favorable. Okay, so favorable, okay, actual cost less than standard cost. So actual cost is less than standard cost. So this is good to the company, favorable to the company because you can save the money. The company can save by 100 in spending double B material. Okay, so direct labor, if we refer 31,000 actual, 30,000 standard, so you have overspent 1,000, so it's adverse. Okay, same goes to grade 2 labor, so 4,800 actual, okay, standard 14,000, overspent 800 at adverse. Okay, variable overhead actual 24,500. Okay, standard is 25,000, so actual is less. Actual is less means favorable. Okay, difference by 500. Fixed overhead, okay, 4,200 actual. Okay, standard is 4,000. You overspend by 200 is adverse. So this is for cost. Okay, if we compare for revenue, okay, if revenue is the other way around, so adverse means actual less than standard. So it shows that you estimate the sales, the revenue is more, but you receive less, actual receive. So this is adverse, unfavorable to the company. But if your actual is more than standard, means that you will get more, you receive more revenue compared to estimation. So this is favorable. This is how we record either adverse or favorable. Okay, so that one is to calculate the cost. Okay, now variance are analyzed. Okay, number 5. Okay, variance are analyzed. So you analyze either adverse or favorable. Okay, so you analyze either adverse or favorable. So this is material cost. Okay, how to get material cost? The quantity times with the selling price. So this cost may be change or different, maybe because there is changes in usage of material. So maybe you do not use 1 kg, you use more than that. Or maybe the changes because of selling price. Okay, so the price of material may change. So that's why the cost will change. So we have to analyze into detail under variance analysis after this. Okay, same goes to the labor. So the difference here, why is the difference? Because maybe of hours. Hours means the efficiency of the labor, and maybe changes because of what? Maybe because of the rate. So there is rate variance, there is efficiency variance. So same goes to variable overhead and fixed overhead. So we use labor hours here. So maybe because of what? Expenditure, the rate, OAR, or maybe because of the efficiency, the labor hours not same. Okay. So this is how we analyze into detail under topic variance analysis. Okay, so we analyze the variance, and then this report, okay, report result to management. So we have to report to the management. So in this case, if we prepare number 1, okay, we compare actual cost, okay, standard cost, and we get the variance. So this is what we call it performance report. Okay, flexible budget performance uh, report. Okay, so we report to the management. Okay, so when the management get the information, okay, the result, so they will take corrective action, if any. So in this case, they have to investigate why there is difference, okay, in the cost. Let's say here double A, why you overspend of the the material A? Is it because of the price keep changing, keep increasing? So what are the things they have to make to overcome the problem? The top management may decide to change to the new supplier that will give you lower price or so on. Or maybe because of usage, why you use more material? Maybe you have new workers that always use high quantity higher because there is more damages during production. So the company or the management have to take corrective action. Same goes to the labor. Why the labor variances is adverse? That means you overspend. Maybe because of your workers is not efficient. They work slow. So what are the corrective action? Give training and so on. So this is how we call it corrective action is taken. Okay, sometimes when we want to set the standard cost, there is a problem because standard cost is expected, okay, expected or predetermined. Okay, when you predetermine, okay, that means okay there is some things that you do not know what happen in the future. Okay, so the problem here may be because of error in forecasting. So you error in forecasting, let's say you error forecast in terms of usage of material. Okay, let's say you say 1 unit of product to use 1 kg, but maybe you use more. Error in forecasting. Okay, number two, material prices are difficult to set. So how to set the material price? Okay, because the price normal is always influenced by outside, external, such as supplier, market will set the price. So maybe the price keep increasing in the future. You do not know. So that's why it's very difficult to set the material price. Number three, setting labor efficiency standard often give rises to disagreement, especially to the new workers. So let's say you set a standard 1 unit to produce in 1 hour. So normally the new workers sometimes when you set at ideal standard, so let's say this is ideal standard, they do not agree because they lack of training, they lack of experience, so they need more time to produce 1 unit. Maybe they need 1.5 hours. So sometimes there is disagreement in terms of labor efficiency standard. Okay, that's one difficult in deciding on the quality of material. Okay, sometimes when you use the material, okay, the quality is not same. Okay, so it will affect the usage of material. Okay, let's say you use okay material, okay, paper to produce books. Okay, there is 70 grams of papers, there is 80 grams of papers. Let's say in your estimation, you use 80 grams of material papers. Okay, so the price, okay, let's say you take the price from double A is 13 ringgit per rib. But what happened when you want to buy, okay, these types of brand material, 80 grams of paper is not in the market, it's lack in, is shortage in the market. So you have to buy, okay, other brands for 80 grams or you change to 70 grams. So the quality will be different. When there is quality different, it will affect the usage of material. So this is the problems of setting standard cost. Okay, thank you.